Hey everyone, Alex here, and it's day 25 of me reading classical advertisements to perfect my English accent. And funny enough, I was reading the sales letters, and one thought that came in mind was, who exactly is Eugene Schwartz? So something that I've been like trying to find because this guy is crazy, he's amazing. That the type of copy that he writes. So I was doing the research on YouTube, trying to understand who he was, and I found out that he was like the author of Breakthrough Advertising. And if you don't know what Breakthrough Advertising is, it's a book that most of the marketers online, um, some of my coaches, mentors, they they read it, they swear by it. It's a book that if you're a copywriter, if you're a marketer, if you've not read it before, it's encouraged that you read it. And it's really crazy. I just like did the research, and I was like, hey, I have access to this guy's stash of copywriting materials and reading this daily. And my goal now isn't only to perfect my English accent, but also to get good at marketing. And that's like insane. So the today's read is quite long. It's quite long to be honest. So we just get right in. So yeah. One time only price slash save $1 full on this one time only offer. Yes, over 150 people have already paid 598 for Dr. Glenn's extraordinary new book. So again, if you can see the evolution of the copy that we've read so far, I can see that now they're adding like the proof at the top here. So the 150 people is like the FOMO to bring people in, and then the price is added at the top. In marketing, one of the things that happens is they tell you not to reveal the price early, but here you can see that he introduced the price right away, 598. And with this newspaper ads, you can see that a pattern where everything is like 598, like the lowest price point is like 598. So that's like something that I'm also noticing, a pattern I'm noticing. And with another pattern is like the 150, like 150, 100,000, and then 200,000, like the proof of the number of people units that have been sold. So it's really interesting to see. And with this particular offer, it's a stock offer. So a stock like stock. So it says now to liquidate stock, we offer you the same book word for word in exactly the same binding for only 498 complete. A saving of $1 full. But this offer will be made only this one time in this paper. Paper prices are again rising, and we will not be able to repeat it again. Read the full details about this outstanding new book below. Take advantage of this one time only full $1 saving today. So $1 saving, that's like crazy, man. Like you're saving only $1, but still it's something to get people writing. So getting good at offer is something that can be priced. So getting good at offer might be something different. Getting slashing the price or discounts here. So the discount is like $1, but still people will buy. So that's like crazy to see. And we have an image of the two authors here. It says, if you have the determination to follow this world famous physician final diet, then you can lose 20, 40, 60, 80, even 100 pounds and never again an ounce of it back. Okay, to liquidate stock. Okay, sorry. So it's not a stock offer, but they are giving a justification for the price decrease. So sorry about that. So the price decrease from 598 to 498 is to clear out their warehouse. So if you notice like Black Fridays or maybe some sales will say that, hey, we are trying to clear out the warehouse and we are giving you this price. So a justification for the price decrease, right? So that's like interesting. So this is a health offer. It says if you have the determination to follow this world famous physician's final diet, then you can lose 20, 40, 60. 80, even 100 pounds, and never again an ounce of it back. This is an entirely different kind of reducing art for an entirely different kind of reducing book. So the first thought that came in mind was, okay, is this the same kind of offer that we are going to be reading? And right away, it tells us that, hey, this is something entirely different. And that's like interesting to see. And it says that, so here, let me just highlight this. It says, it is the last reducing book, the last reducing product you ever have to buy in your lifetime if you have the determination to learn and learn the truth about permanent reducing and stick to it. Let us state the most vital facts over again. If you follow this final diet, you can lose 20, 40, 60, 80, even 100 pounds and never gain an ounce again, an ounce back. We are going to repeat this statement of fact over and over in this advertisement so you can never lose sight of it. If you follow this final diet, you can lose 20, 40, 60, 80, even 100 pounds and never gain an ounce back. This is the essential fact. Here are the details. Medically proven on thousands of patients, it can give you a new figure and a new life if you follow it so religiously that you eat when it says eat, even if you are not hungry. What this book gives you is a strict, precise diet which carefully and scientifically controls your every eating moment, but which has the surprising result of making many of your weight loss problems far less difficult than you ever dreamed. Here are a few of these pleasant surprises. Although of course this diet forces you to eat less food overall, it may actually force you to eat more food at certain times of the day. For example, if you are like most overweight people who are simply going to have to eat more food for breakfast, whether you want it or not, and this diet allows you over 30 different kinds of snacks, one between every meal and one every night before bed. And so this is like interesting. I don't want to like be breaking, but reading this gives me an idea on what is happening behind the scenes here. So with weight loss, most often you are told that you'd have to reduce the amount of carbs you are taking, you have to like increase protein. And here it's telling you that hey, you are going to eat more at certain times. That means um, instead of you reducing the amount of food you take, you're going to be increasing it. And that claim is so outrageous out there that it it brings your attention to what he's going to say next, right? So, and here he says that and and allows so it says and this diet allows you over 30 different kinds of snacks. So if you are on some kind of you're on some kind of, let's say, diet loss journey, one of the things that you take away from your meals is like snacks, chocolate, all those stuff, right? But here it's telling you that you are going to be allowed to take in over 30 different kinds of snacks. So crazy claim. And one between every meal and one every night before bed. Crazy, right? So let's continue. It says that this is no longer any need to try to starve yourself into a weight loss. Okay, there's no need for you to starve yourself into a weight loss because when you follow this final diet, you can lose up to 100 pounds and never gain an ounce of it back. Certain food, of course, are omitted, but certain other surprising foods are quite actively included. For example, you are allowed ice cream up to 3 times a week. Crazy claim, right? So here ice cream in certain dieting options, in certain dieting courses or programs, will tell you to cut off ice cream. And with the ice cream, it's telling you that you can even eat it before bed. So another crazy claim out there, right? So It says, for example, you're allowed ice cream up to 3 times a week. Watch your friends' eyes pop open when when they see you eating that delicious ice cream dessert, and you still shed inches and pounds. So here, the emotion here that they are using here. So if um watch your friends, watch your friends. So the negative, like again, I mentioned something in the previous videos that we'll be doing this. So with this emotion, watch your friends' eyes pop open when when they see you eating that delicious ice cream dessert and still shed inches and pounds. So the underlining emotion here, so the seven deadly sins, this will be like jealousy slash like pride, and you make people jealous about what you are doing. So to feel good about yourself, essentially, right? So that's the kind of emotion that they are trying to portray here. I say that, and at the same time, you have sandwiches for lunch, and if you wish, a cocktail before dinner and wine with it. And very important, if you overeat one day, then you are simply not permitted to cut back on your food the next day to make up for it. This is a vital mistake most dieters make that destroys their diet. Instead, you eat your full diet the next day and forgive yourself and go on losing weight. All right. If your diet if your diet unevenly distributed are is your diet unevenly distributed? Are you afraid that dieting will make your face look older? Do you overeat at parties? Here are medical solutions to this problem. And again, with this final diet, you can lose up to 100 pounds and never gain an ounce of it back. Now, let us examine some of the remarkable side effects of this diet. In the first place, because of the scientific nature of this diet, it has proven in case after case to be of special help to men and women whose excess fat is primarily on or below the waist. Secondly, because this diet is not a crash diet, not a torture diet, it does not cause the skin of your face to collapse, wrinkle, or and furrow in that terrible way that crash diets so often do. On the contrary, if you follow this final diet precisely, your face can look younger from almost the very first week. And you can lose 20, 40, 60, 80, even 100 pounds and never gain an ounce of it back. You will be able to lose this weight and keep it off despite all the social eating and drinking every one of us must do every week of our lives, because this is the first diet you have ever seen that gives you specific techniques for dealing with these food traps that allows you to seem to eat and drink as much as your friends when you are really losing pounds and inches at the same moment they gain them. Many patients found this approach so effective that they lost twice as much weight as they had originally hoped to. Let us make this perfectly clear. The first thing you do when you receive this book is write down the exact amount of weight you want to lose inside it: 10, 20, 40 pounds, or even more. It makes no difference. Then you begin to diet. You begin the diet. But with this thought, every one of the thousands of successful patients before you has also written down what they wanted to lose. But once they learned this new eating habit, many of them simply went far beyond that first weight loss figure. For example, one man wanted to lose 10 pounds and be as thin as he was 5 years before. But as the fat melted away from his body, he decided to go on and lose 20 pounds and be as slim as he was on the first day he was married. Why did this patient decide to lose more and more weight? All right, so before I continue, let's look at the example that he's using here. So the example here, it says that the man wanted to lose weight. For example, he wanted to lose 2 pounds and be as thin as he was 5 years before, right? So here they are giving specific numbers. And then it says 20 pounds as slim as he was the first day he was married. Specificity, like to be specific on the claim, to be specific on what people actually want. So when the reader is reading the sales letter, they know exactly you are speaking to them. You are speaking to what is happening. You don't want to say that okay, you are going to lose 20 pounds and be as slim and be slim. You want to give something specific. It says that to be as slim as he was the first day he was married, right? So that's very specific. Why did this patient decide to lose more and more weight? For the very same reason they do not put this weight back on again. Because by following this diet precisely, these men and women learned new eating habits. They literally retrained their appetites. They destroyed fat causing food patterns that had kept them overweight for years. And to preface, before I move on, if you are watching this and you are you own any health offer and you are planning to scale or you need help scaling, just reach out. I would be interested in getting on board on something like this because like reading this is somewhat interesting, right? So I would love to see if there's any chance of someone needing help in this area. All right, so it says that this was by no means easy, but they did it, and you can do it too. And once you have done it, it will be practically impossible for you to eat in same old fat causing way that you are eating today. Once you follow this final diet precisely, then you must lose up to 100 pounds and never gain an ounce of it back. Prove it yourself at our risks. The choice is now yours. You have been on fat diet, easy diet, miracle diet. You have lost some weight. You have gained it right back again. Do you want to lose it for good? So here to prove it yourself, the choice is now yours. So you're putting the decision back onto them, and then you're giving them, you're telling them how you're going back on the story of what happened to them. They've so knowing your customer means that you know that this is not their first product that they are going to buy from you. They've bought tens, hundreds of products out there, and they've gotten some results, and they've gone back to the same habit. And he's making it clear here that hey, I know you, I see you, and I want you to try this, right? So he says, "Do you want to lose it for good? There is no wardrobe in the world you can buy that will make you look as attractive. There's no pill in the world that will give you as much renewed energy or add more healthy years to your life. This is a book for people who mean business. If you mean business, send in the coupon today. Learn this startling medical facts. The one fatal timing mistake that makes most people fat, 90% of all overweight people do it. Not what you eat, but how you eat. See page 19. So these are like the bullets. The simple secret of making the same amount of food seem twice as much. See page 20. How to stop smoking without gaining weight. See page 25. So here he's pointing towards the book and what you get inside. So it's like showing and not telling. Yeah, he's showing exactly what is going you are going to get. How to make artificial sweetness go twice as fast. as far. See page 125. 27 escape value foods that you can eat. So here they told us in previous reading that it's going to be 30, so over 30 different foods. But here it says 27 escape value foods. That's so they've given a name to it. So escape value foods. Interesting. Escape value foods that you can eat in any reasonable quantity. See page 120. Skim shakes. Delicious, satisfying, non-fattening snacks. See page 114. Okay, so they've grouped the foods into different categories. So that makes the over 30, right? So that makes sense. Skim shakes, delicious, satisfying, non-fattening snacks. See page 114. Eat this delicious food and will your uncontrollable cravings for sweets. See page 122. Scientific weight loss charts the exact amount you can expect to lose each week and why, as has often happened, if you lose twice or even three times the expected amount in the first week or two, you must consider this a lucky bonus and guard against going off the diet the very next week. A strict diet in a strict book, yes, but one that produces results that gets you off the weight loss, weight gain, see seesaw for good. Prove it yourself today entirely at our risk. Then we have about the author Dr. Martin B. Glenn. Dr. Glenn is past president of the American College of Nutrition. He has served as medical consultant to the UN and president of the Food and Nutrition Council of Greater New York. Over 150 copies already sold. And we have why much runaway sales because it works, right? And then we have the coupon here. It says information incorporated, and we have like the departments, like the address. It says, gentlemen, please rush me. So here the CTA, the call to action is like it's not just like fill in the form and then ship me this, but they are telling you, hey, gentlemen, please rush me the brand new edition of Dr. Glenn's amazing new book, How to Get Thinner Once and for All. I am enclosing not the usual price of 598, but only 498 complete. I understand this book is fully guaranteed. If this book does not do everything you say, if I am not completely delighted within 10 days, I will return the book for full money back. And here, the interest why they are doing this is to summarize everything you've read and to reaffirm what they are getting, right? So that is crazy, crazy, crazy good for them to do this, right? So that's like something that almost everyone who is into sales, most people miss it, especially for people who are just using AI to write their stuff and not looking at um sales letters like this. It's very difficult to understand how marketing has evolved from where it was to where it is now. And that brings us to the close of today's reading. See you tomorrow.